Test.
Experiment. He conducted an experiment to test the effects of sunlight on plant growth. They decided to experiment with different flavors in their new line of desserts. The scientist will experiment with various chemicals to create the desired reaction. Enough. Sufficient. The food supply was sufficient to last the entire group through the weekend. The budget allocated for the event was more than sufficient to cover expenses. She made sure there was sufficient time to complete the agenda before the target.
Put in.
Insert. He had to insert several coins into the vending machine before it finally worked. When writing the report, remember to insert citations to support your arguments. To complete the form, insert your full name and contact details in the blank spaces.
Check.
Verify. The bank needs to verify your identity before they can approve the transaction. He was asked to verify his credentials at the front desk before entering the building. We should verify the information from multiple sources to avoid spreading false news.
A bit.
A little. He added a little extra sugar to the recipe to balance out the tartness of the dessert. She made a little adjustment to the design of the dress, ensuring that it fit perfectly. When she felt a little exhausted but was looking forward to relaxing with a good book. Help. Assist. Volunteers were asked to assist in distributing food and water to the affected areas. The nurse will assist the doctor during the surgery to ensure everything runs smoothly. The customer service representative is here to assist you with any concerns or questions. Ask for.
Request.
The client's request for a meeting was approved and a date was set promptly. At the customer's request, the restaurant provided a list of all the ingredients used. I submitted a formal request for additional information about the upcoming workshop.
Wrong.
Incorrect. The incorrect password prevented me from accessing my account several times. He realized his assumption was incorrect after reviewing the evidence more closely. The report contained several incorrect data points, which needed immediate correction.
Show.
Demonstrate. She used charts and graphs to demonstrate the growth trends over the past year. He decided to demonstrate his leadership skills by organizing a team-building event. The lawyer plans to demonstrate the defendant's innocence by giving new evidence. Mend.
Repair.
The technician promised to repair the faulty software by the end of the day. They had to repair the leaking pipe before the damage became more severe. The mechanic will repair the car's engine, which has been making strange noises.
Free.
Liberate. The goal of the operation was to liberate the hostages from the enemy forces. Many efforts were made to liberate the city from the occupation during the war. The movement sought to liberate oppressed people from the harsh regime in power. Sight. Vision. The leader's vision inspired the entire team to work harder toward their shared goal. Her vision for the future includes a more sustainable and equitable world for everyone. The company's vision statement reflects its commitment to invention and modernization.
Cheap.
Inexpensive. We bought some inexpensive souvenirs from the local market as gifts for friends. There are many ways to decorate a room using simple and inexpensive materials. They found an inexpensive hotel close to the beach that was perfect for their stay. Link up.
Connect.
The teacher asked us to connect the concepts with real-life examples. Let's connect tomorrow to discuss the details of the upcoming project. It's essential to connect with others to build strong, lasting relationships. Often.
Frequently.
He frequently visits the gym to maintain his physical and mental health. She frequently travels for work, visiting different countries every month. The weather changes frequently, making it hard to plan outdoor activities. Remove. Eliminate. The enterprise plans to eliminate unnecessary costs to increase profitability. We need to eliminate any potential risks before proceeding with a venture. It's important to eliminate distractions while studying for better concentration. Very big. Considerable. Considerable time was spent discussing the pros and cons of the new proposal. She made a considerable effort to complete the assignment ahead of the deadline. The donation was considerable, significantly impacting the charity's fundraising goals.
End.
Terminate. The company decided to terminate the contract due to ongoing disputes. They agreed to terminate the expansion after facing impossible challenges. The agreement was terminated mutually by both parties involved in the deal. Find out. Discover. The children loved to discover new things during their science experiments. She was thrilled to discover a hidden talent for painting during quarantine. The detective worked hard to discover the truth behind the mysterious case. Speed up. Accelerate. They hope to accelerate the scheme by adding more team members. The company plans to accelerate its expansion into international markets. New technology will likely accelerate the development of innovative solutions. Put off.
Postpone.
The concert was postponed because of the severe weather circumstances. The school decided to postpone the exams due to a sudden power outage. They chose to postpone the mission launch to ensure everything was perfect.
Go down.
Decrease. The new policy led to a decrease in customer complaints about the service. The medication can help decrease the severity of disease symptoms over time. The company aims to decrease its carbon footprint through sustainable practices.
Lack.
Deficiency. The deficiency in communication caused confusion among the team members. Addressing the deficiency early can prevent long-term complications in patients. They diagnosed him with a deficiency in essential nutrients, requiring supplements. In charge of. Responsible. The manager held him responsible for the mistakes made during the outline. He was responsible for the financial decisions that led to the company's growth. She is responsible for managing the budget and ensuring all expenses are justified. Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps it's time to reevaluate our goals and make necessary adjustments. He was perhaps too optimistic about the mission's success from the beginning. Perhaps we should consider a different approach to solve this complex problem.
Deal with.
Handle. He struggled to handle the overwhelming workload during the busy season. She learned how to handle difficult situations effectively through experience. The manager will handle customer complaints promptly to ensure satisfaction.
Go through.
Examine. The doctor will examine the patient to determine the cause of the symptoms. The scientist will examine the samples under a microscope for further analysis. The teacher asks the students to examine the problem from different viewpoints. Go ahead.
Proceed.
The judge allowed the case to proceed after reviewing all the evidence. He decided to proceed cautiously after encountering unexpected challenges. The meeting will proceed as scheduled, despite some members being absent.
Get.
Obtain. The researchers are working hard to obtain accurate data for their study. She managed to obtain all the necessary documents for her visa application. You must obtain permission before accessing the restricted area of the building. Lively. Energetic. An energetic workout session can significantly boost your mood and relieve stress. The energetic music filled the room, encouraging everyone to dance and have fun. The coach encouraged the players to remain energetic throughout the entire match.
Sweat.
Perspiration. The athlete's face was dripping with perspiration after the grueling match. The heat caused everyone to break into heavy perspiration during the hike. She wiped away the perspiration from her forehead after the intense workout. Look up to. Respect. It's important to respect others' opinions, even if you disagree with them. He has great respect for his mentors who guided him throughout his career. They taught their children to respect their elders and treat everyone kindly.
Say sorry.
Apologize. He needs to apologize to his friend after their heated argument yesterday. The company issued a statement to apologize for the inconvenience caused. They decided to apologize publicly after realizing their mistake caused confusion. Think of. Conceive. The team worked hard to conceive a plan that would ensure project success. They managed to conceive a solution to the complex problem facing the firm. They tried to conceive a unique marketing strategy to stand out from competitors. Look for.
Seek.
He decided to seek expert advice before making any major financial decisions. The organization aims to seek volunteers for its upcoming community projects. She always seeks out new challenges to grow both personally and professionally.
Expect.
Anticipate. They tried to anticipate customer needs to improve their service offerings. They didn't anticipate the sudden change in weather during their camping trip. The team worked hard to anticipate potential risks and develop contingency plans. Set up. Establish. She plans to establish a nonprofit organization to help homeless people. The school will establish new guidelines to improve student safety on campus. They aim to establish a strong presence in the international market by next year. Talk about.
Discuss.
They met to discuss the terms and conditions of the contract before signing. They often discuss current events over dinner, sharing their opinions and insights. We need to discuss the upcoming project timeline in detail during today's meeting.
Say no.
Reject. They were forced to reject the shipment because of its poor quality products. The agency will likely reject the application if it doesn't meet the requirements. The editor decided to reject the manuscript, citing the need for further revisions. Good looking. attractive. She found the idea of traveling the world extremely attractive and exciting. The new design is more attractive and user-friendly than the previous one. The organization offers an attractive bonus structure to motivate its employees. Lively. Energetic. Her energetic approach to work always inspires her colleagues to do their best. He is known for his energetic personality, always bringing positivity to the room. The coach encourages his players to stay energetic throughout the entire game. Look into. Investigate. The journalist was determined to investigate the truth behind the rumors. The business must investigate the complaints to maintain customer trust. They plan to investigate the cause of the recent increase in pollution levels. Help. Assist. She was asked to assist the new employee with onboarding and training. The volunteers assist with distributing food and supplies to those in need. The teacher asked the students to assist each other with a group project. Leave out. Omit. The recipe allows you to omit the sugar if you prefer a less sweet taste. The editor chose to omit the controversial section from the concluding article. They had to omit some information due to space constraints in the statement.
Boss.
Employer. He discussed his career goals during a seminar with his employer last week. She had a good relationship with her employer, who valued her contributions. The employer is responsible for ensuring a safe work setting for all employees.
Smart.
Intelligent. The intelligent design of the software makes it user-friendly and efficient. She is highly intelligent, always finding creative solutions to complex problems. Her intelligent insights during the discussion impressed everyone in the meeting. At first. Initially. They initially faced difficulties, but perseverance led to eventual achievement. He was initially skeptical about the proposal, but later became fully supportive. The company initially operated in a small office before expanding to a larger space.
Tell.
Inform. Please inform me as soon as you receive any updates about the meeting. The teacher will inform the students about the changes in the exam schedule. It's crucial to inform your supervisor if you encounter any issues with the project. Bad. Negative. He received a negative response from the company regarding his job application. Don't let negative feedback discourage you from pursuing your goals and dreams. A negative attitude can greatly affect both your productivity and overall well-being.
Break down.
Collapse. The building collapse was a tragic event that left the entire community in shock. The negotiations led to the collapse of the deal, leaving both parties disappointed. They had to evacuate the building immediately due to the imminent risk of collapse.
Mad.
Insane. The workload this week has been insane, but she managed to get through it. The price for that vintage car was simply insane, considering its poor condition. His plan sounded insane, but surprisingly, it actually worked out perfectly in the end. Go after.
Pursue.
The detective vowed to pursue the truth, no matter where the evidence led him. She had to pursue a different career after her business unexpectedly closed down. They encouraged their children to pursue their passions, regardless of societal beliefs.
Put up with.
Tolerate. The teacher had to tolerate the students' chatter until the class settled down. I can't tolerate such behavior. It's completely unacceptable in any social setting. She refused to tolerate any form of discrimination in her workplace or community.
Show.
Demonstrate. The artist decided to demonstrate his painting process live at the final event. Her ability to solve complex problems helped demonstrate her value to the team. He wanted to demonstrate his skills in the presentation to impress the new manager. Rack up. Accumulate. The goal is to accumulate enough experience to qualify for a higher-level position. Over the years, he managed to accumulate a large collection of rare antique books. Debts can quickly accumulate if you're not careful with your spending and budgeting.
So.
Therefore. She worked hard and therefore deserved the raise she received at the company. The road was closed due to flooding. Therefore, we took an alternative route home. The weather was too stormy and therefore, the event was postponed until next week. Hopeless. Futile. They realized it was futile to argue with someone who refused to listen. The attempts to fix the old car were ultimately futile, and they scrapped it. Her efforts to convince him otherwise were futile, as he remained stubbornly firm. Mainly.
Principally.
The board, principally made up of experts, will review all the proposals submitted. The team is composed principally of engineers with diverse expertise in diverse fields. The event is principally focused on raising alertness about climate change and its effects.
Need.
Require. This job will require a high level of technical expertise and prior experience. The position will require extensive travel, both domestically and internationally. Children require both love and discipline to grow up well-adjusted and confident.
Free.
Liberate. The objective was to liberate all the prisoners who were unjustly detained. They hoped to liberate the area from the occupying forces as soon as possible. Reading can liberate the mind, expanding horizons and introducing new outlooks.
Anyway.
Nevertheless. They had little hope. Nevertheless, they decided to attempt the mission. The task was difficult. Nevertheless, he completed it ahead of the deadline. He made several mistakes. Nevertheless, he succeeded due to his perseverance. Polluted. Contaminated. The contaminated air made it difficult to breathe without a mask or a filter. Workers had to wear protective gear when handling the contaminated materials. Food that has been contaminated must be disposed of immediately to avoid illness. Go against.
Oppose.
They decided to oppose the new policy, arguing it was unfair and unjust. The senator announced his intention to oppose the bill in the upcoming vote. She felt compelled to oppose any form of injustice she witnessed in her community. A lot of. Numerous. There are numerous reasons why this strategy might not work as expected. She had numerous opportunities to showcase her talent during her career. The festival attracted numerous visitors from all over the country last summer.
Try.
Endeavor. The community's endeavor to clean up the park was a huge accomplishment. She embarked on a new endeavor to write a book about her experiences abroad. Starting a business is a difficult endeavor that requires dedication and hard work. Ask for.
Request.
She made a request for feedback to improve her performance in future tasks. The request for a refund was processed promptly by the customer service team. They submitted a formal request to have the meeting rescheduled to a later date.
But.
However. The weather was perfect. However, they decided to stay indoors and rest. He was prepared to help. However, he wasn't sure if they needed his assistance. The restaurant was busy. However, they managed to find a table near the window. Set out. Display. The results clearly display the effectiveness of the new marketing strategy. The flowers on display at the botanical garden were breathtakingly beautiful. The museum decided to display the newly acquired artwork in the main gallery. Point out. Indicate. The data seems to indicate a significant increase in sales over the past quarter. The signs clearly indicate that the building is under renovation and not accessible. The doctor will indicate whether surgery is necessary after reviewing the test results. Take out. Remove. The technician will remove the faulty part and replace it with a new one. He had to remove his shoes before entering this sacred temple to show respect. They decided to remove the old furniture and redecorate the entire living room. Go up. Increase. The team decided to increase their marketing efforts to attract more customers. Regular exercise can significantly increase your energy levels and overall health. The company announced plans to increase salaries to retain talented employees. Later. Subsequently. She finished the course and subsequently received a certificate of achievement. He left the meeting early and subsequently missed the important announcement. He failed the test and subsequently decided to take extra classes for better training.
Fight.
Combat. It is essential to combat prejudice and promote tolerance in our communities. She decided to combat her fears by facing them head-on and not avoiding them. Doctors are working tirelessly to combat the outbreak of the infectious disease.
Mend. Repair.
They decided to repair the damaged roof before the rainy season arrived. She had to repair the relationship with her friend after the misunderstanding. The team worked hard to repair the reputation of the company after the scandal.
Let. Permit.
The authorities will not permit any unauthorized access to the restricted area. He asked his parents to permit him to attend the summer camp with his friends. The city council decided to permit the new development project after much debate.
Tough.
Challenging. Teaching a large class can be challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. The hike up the mountain was challenging, yet the views made it worthwhile. He found the new job challenging, but enjoyed the opportunity to learn and grow. Throw away.
Discard.
He had to discard his initial plan and come up with a new strategy quickly. She decided to discard the old clothes that no longer fit or were out of style. Don't discard that document. It might contain important figures we need later.
Climb.
Ascend. She felt a sense of excitement as she started to ascend the narrow staircase. He began to ascend the corporate ladder, thanks to his hard work and dedication. The hikers planned to ascend the mountain early in the morning to avoid the heat. Blow up.
Explode.
The news caused social media to explode with comments and discussions. The balloon seemed ready to explode as they continued to inflate it with helium. The fireworks will explode in brilliant colors across the sky during the celebration.
Cheap.
Inexpensive. The cafeteria is known for its delicious, yet inexpensive, menu options for students. He always managed to find inexpensive solutions to harms that others found costly. Her outfit looked stylish despite being quite inexpensive and bought at a thrift store.
Use.
Utilize. She decided to utilize her vacation time to learn a new language and culture. He figured out how to utilize his existing skills in a new career path effectively. They will utilize all available resources to complete the project within the deadline. Again and again. Repeatedly. He reminded them repeatedly about the importance of meeting the deadline. The coach stressed the importance of practicing repeatedly to achieve perfection. The dog was trained by repeating commands repeatedly until it understood them. At once. Immediately. Upon hearing the news, she immediately called her family to share the update. She immediately felt better after taking the prescribed medication this morning. He immediately regretted his decision after realizing its unintended consequences.
Tired.
Exhausted. The team looked exhausted after working continuously for 12 hours. After running the marathon, he was utterly exhausted and needed to rest. I was mentally exhausted after dealing with so many difficult decisions today.
Pick up. Collect.
She had to collect all her belongings before leaving the rented apartment. He plans to collect stamps from different countries as a new leisure pursuit. They decided to collect donations for the local animal shelter this weekend.
Whole.
Entire. They spent the entire day hiking up the mountain and exploring the trails. The chef prepared the entire meal using fresh, locally sourced ingredients. The entire team worked hard to complete the project ahead of the deadline. Lucky. Fortunate. He considered himself fortunate to have escaped the accident unharmed. They were fortunate enough to witness the rare celestial event last night. It was fortunate that the rain stopped just before the outdoor event began.
Chance.
Opportunity. This new job offers a fantastic opportunity to grow professionally and learn. The conference provides a great opportunity to network with industry leaders. They saw the challenging situation as an opportunity for growth and progress.
Buy.
Purchase. She chose to purchase a gift card for her friend instead of a physical present. I decided to purchase a new phone after my old one started often malfunctioning. We need to purchase more supplies for the project before the deadline approaches. Go away.
Depart.
We watched as the bus began to depart, taking the last passengers on board. They will depart for their road trip early in the morning to avoid rush hour traffic. After the event, the guests started to depart, leaving the venue quieter by the minute. Also, in addition, he studied hard for his exams. In addition, he attended extra review sessions. She bought a new dress. In addition, she picked up matching shoes and a bag. In addition to the concert, there will be a fireworks display after the end of the day. Begin.
Commence.
The meeting will commence at 10 a.m. sharp, so please be punctual and prepared. The session is set to commence with a keynote speech followed by breakout sessions. Training sessions will commence on Monday, covering all the basic skills for the project. Refer to. Consult. Before making any decisions, I always consult with my financial advisor. It's wise to consult multiple sources when researching important topics. You should consult a doctor if the symptoms persist for more than 2 days. Make out.
Discern.
It's hard to discern his emotions because he rarely shows any expression. It's challenging to discern the truth amidst all the conflicting information. She could easily discern the subtle difference between the 2 shades of blue.
Want.
Desire. She has a desire to learn new languages and explore different cultures. She expressed a strong desire to travel the whole world after retirement. Their desire to innovate drives them to constantly improve their new products. Get in touch. Contact. She decided to contact her old friend after years of lost communication. The teacher will contact the parents if the behavior doesn't improve soon. Please contact me if you have any questions about the upcoming occasion.
Pin down. Compel.
The urgent situation compelled him to take action without further delay. The evidence presented was compelling enough to compel a guilty verdict. The company policy compels employees to report any suspicious activities. Give out. Distribute. Volunteers will distribute blankets and warm clothes to the homeless tonight. The corporation plans to distribute the new product nationwide by next month. They worked hard to distribute the leaflets throughout the entire neighborhood.
Go on. Continue.
The debate will continue until a consensus is reached among the panelists. They will continue the project despite facing numerous challenges along the way. The teacher stimulated the students to continue working hard towards their goals.
Death. Demise.
They mourned the demise of a beloved local business that closed down. The demise of the prehistoric civilization remains a mystery to historians. The company's demise was caused by poor management and declining sales. It's about. It concerns. The email you received, it concerns the changes in our meeting timetable. It concerns a matter of great importance that we must address immediately. It concerns the new policy, which will impact all employees starting next month.
Keep.
Preserve. The recipe has been passed down to preserve the family's culinary traditions. They work to preserve the natural habitats of endangered species in the area. The museum aims to preserve the artifacts for future generations to appreciate.
Let. Allow.
The school doesn't allow students to use their earphones during class. The teacher decided to allow extra time for students to complete the test. They didn't allow enough time for the project, causing delays in the schedule. Look like. Resemble. The new design doesn't resemble the previous version. It's entirely different. Her painting resembles the landscape she visited during her travels in Europe. The plan must resemble the company's vision to gain approval from the board. Stop.
Cease.
He chose to cease his involvement in the venture after several disagreements. She promised to cease her habit of procrastinating and start working on time. They were asked to cease all communication with the media during the inquiry.
Happy. Pleased.
They were pleased to announce the successful launch of their new device. He was pleased to receive positive feedback from his clients on the proposal. The company was pleased with the increase in sales after the marketing campaign.
Idea.
Notion. They explored the notion of time travel in their latest science fiction novel. The notion of working remotely has become more widespread in recent years. She had a vague notion that something was erroneous but couldn't pinpoint it.
Clear.
Transparent. He called for transparent processes to ensure fairness in the hiring procedure. The glass walls provide a transparent view of the garden from the living room. The government promised to be more transparent in its decision-making process.
Big.
Enormous. An enormous amount of effort was required to finish the project on time. The storm caused an enormous amount of damage to the coastal villages. She faced an enormous challenge, but tackled it with willpower and resilience.
Give.
Provide. They will provide all necessary materials and resources for the upcoming workshop. The grant will provide the funding needed to complete the research project on time. The manager promised to provide further training for employees to enhance their skills.